Hold up. Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step. I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win.
Okay.
Then watch me do it again.
Okay.
I see you got a new name.
Hold on, don't throw me off yet. I need y'all. Come on, Kenny. Come on.
We got you today, E. We got you today. We had a good season.
There you go.
Yo, what up? All right, man. We had for a first season, I feel we had a great, amazing winter.
For sure.
Agree.
Right?
100% agree.
Weather was good for as good as you could want for a winter. Like, we couldn't ask for nothing else this winter. We got a little snow. Shoveling was probably the hardest part, but we got through it. We had some amazing playoffs through and through. And then one of the best games, I have watched back the D2 final many times since it's happened. Like I literally can tell you every play of the game. I've watched it back.
The important question is, how many times has Kenny watched it back? You're gonna get it today, man.
I haven't watched the full game.
You haven't watched the whole game.
1.5. I watched it and I'd skip parts. But okay, I've watched the full one in pieces. 1.5, let's say. That's how many times I've watched it.
That's it?
It's painful. Who wants to relive pain? Look at me, I'm giving spoilers already, but yeah, I want to relive that. So
yo, listen, I done watched it back. I had to look at some plays, but anyway, let's get into that. Kenny, what's good?
All cool, man. Literally all cool. It's pretty cold outside. It was a little warm, actually. I take that back.
That was
early. You talking about early in the week?
Earlier in the week. Yeah, today was actually not bad, but life is good otherwise. So
that's
the
good
return somewhat to playing. So
have you been noticing in the chat? You got Mr. Jones in the gym out there running, getting ready for possible return.
Coming back.
Yeah, well,
coming back. I'm tired of these young bucks talking and enjoying. I'm in the gym heavy.
We keep telling them, don't
5 miles yesterday.
Don't let the baggy hoodies fool you.
Yeah, 5 miles yesterday. Y'all gonna see. Let me get these legs going.
Oh man, you're slowing yourself down with distance training for football. You gotta
no. I ran 2, went home, let my wife work out, ran to the gym, worked out, did another mile at the gym, then ran back home. The gym is 1 mile from me. 5 miles yesterday. Once I just need the hips to open up. You on the list, Kenny. You just got added to the list.
Ooh.
I'm taking names. Taking names.
That's fair. That's fair.
E, what's good?
I mean, I'm glad we have guests on because these games felt like they happened a long, long time ago.
They did, but we got our guests and Kenny have not forgotten about these games.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't forgotten. They know every minute of these games.
Won't forget.
Yeah.
So, with no further ado,
don't shortchange them. Give the rundown, man. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Come on. This is what we do.
I'm gonna start with
family. His family.
I'm gonna start with one guy who had the toughest job in this game. And the reason he had the toughest job is because what he did and was able to win this game in minimal reps with his receivers to find his way through some fight his way through some adversity with people joining in his face, and he was just always cool, calm. He looked at him like, all right. And then when it was his time, it was like, yeah, what happened now?
You want to know the toughest thing about, because whether true or not, If they would have lost, the talk would have been, we would have won if we would have had.
That's true. That's true. That word came.
You know what I mean?
We don't got that talk.
We don't have to worry about that.
We don't have no.
Yeah.
We don't. That talk is out the window because they had who they had. They had the gunslinger, and he shot them shots. So, with no further ado, our first guest tonight, longtime player, great player, superstar in our younger days, still a superstar now, champion. Friend of the pod, my man.
Friend of the pod. He's been on.
Friend of the pod. He's been on a few times. He's friend. Period. Friend. Period. One of our favorite guys. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna get us out the way. The QB of the finals, my man Hash is back.
You got the wrong guy. Anas is supposed to be in here.
No. Anas was over there eating cake and steak in some country when you was getting the job done.
Nah, I'm only messing, man. That was quite the intro. Thank you guys, man.
Listen, we recognize, man.
I just want to jump right into it. Pause. All right, it's Friday night. The game is Saturday morning. What's the pressure that you feel going into this game? Like we said, knowing that, true or not, if you lose this game, the talk is going to be, we would have won if we would have had our starting quarterback. You know what I mean? Because you had all that pressure on you. So what's the thought Friday night going into Saturday morning?
I don't really feel a whole lot of pressure, man. Like I like grew up on like baseball. We're like used to losing a lot of the times when we're trying to execute. 3-4 times is when you're going to be successful out of 10. So, and then just jumping back and forth from like softball, baseball to then football, and you just the whole pressure thing just means like, all right, you care enough about it. So I didn't really feel much pressure going into it. To me, it was just like, yo, I got to deliver. There's no excuse. This is the best team I've ever played with while I was like quarterbacking. So I was like, yo, we just got to make it work.
So now we're gonna run through this. But before we get going talking about this game,
because I want to.
You still going? All right, go ahead.
You have somebody who played against him. So Kenny, bring us into pull the curtain back. You're on the Gladiators, which everyone knows. What's the thought process? You're playing it. It's Friday night going into Saturday. You're playing against Hash instead of Anas. What's the talk in the Gladiators group chat?
I don't think there's any switch in strategy. I think if anything, Anas not being there, not just from quarterback standpoint, but just from like that's one fewer player they have in general is always nice. It's all like there's no lack of confidence. It's like, all right, we're still going to do it. Whoever we got to face, we weren't certain who we're going to face. I think Hash kind of alluded to it in certain group chats that he was probably at QB and people said Anas was unavailable. But there was no like, oh, it's going to be an easier game because Hash is at QB. I played against Hash at QB. He's excellent. I mean, the last time we saw him at QB for a different team, they were terrible, but it wasn't because of him. It's just a lack of surrounding talent. Throw shade at his whole team. They were just like, but Hash is a good player, both at receiver and at quarterback, which can help each other. And he's a good person in general off the field. So it's like, win or lose against Hash. It's like, all right, we lost to Hash, but it's not bad. And because it's still a good guy winning. And just as a player, he's a good player. I guess a lot of people don't see him throw against other people. So they're like, oh, we don't know what he's going to bring. But if you actually see him throw in the right context, he makes plays. So.
And he's smart.
We can say, yeah, exactly. He's not a bad. You wouldn't put Hash at QB and say, all right, we really have no chance of winning. It's like, no, you can win with Hash. He can move, he can throw. So he's not stupid. So there's always good things. Yeah.
One thing I know, Hash knows the game, right? We've been playing a very long time. When you become a veteran, as Hash is, the game kind of, I don't want to say slows down for you, but it's just very, very simple. All the extra shit other people be doing, it's like, yo, it's this, that, and that. That's it. And I know that for a fact from that Hash knows that. And we've seen that here in this game. And in the end, Ash, you're a champion. You were able to lift the red zone belt at the end of the game. So now you had one of the red zone superstars on your team. I've known this guy since he was a little thing, little guy. Now I think he's taller than me, still skinny, but he's taller than me now. But I've known him since he was probably my shoulder height, and he was always a dog even from then. If you go back, we could find videos of him stepping over people after doing it in days. He's always been a dog. Red Zone champion, and I'm going to just bring him in. One of our favorite guys, Adele.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Good, my brother.
How you been? Amazing. First and foremost, I just want to say you guys did amazing with the league. This league has been great. Just off the first year starting, we learned from other leagues. We played in SAFL, CFL. Rob E, remember playing with Pat back in CFL, and so I remember those games.
Yeah.
You guys did amazing, and then podcasts, everything. You guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you. Adele, you were maybe the biggest factor for your team on both sides of the ball. Offense, defense, talking people out of their game. But the thing is, you talk the big game and then you back it up so they can't say a word to you about it, because in the end, they're probably scared of what you're going to do. Even throughout this whole playoffs, I actually felt you guys had a chance to lose early in the playoffs, and you made probably the biggest play of the game for your team by taking a play down to like the 10. Just making a play, and that's what you do. Just let us know what goes through your mind when you're making these plays.
Oh man, it's just you got to play 100% all the time, right? All the time. You got your whole team with you. Everyone's trying their hardest. Competing. We would beat up this playoffs. Coming into the championship game, a couple of us were hurt. A couple of us didn't know we were gonna play. We find out that Unas wasn't going to be there. So, you got to know, you got to step up. But play-wise, you've seen us play. People think they can jaw at us and they think they can discourage us, but we be loud. You see our sidelines, our boys pull up from the block. We be loud. Everyone's always there supporting. And yeah, I just feel like, they see us little dudes come on the field and they're like, all right, we'll jaw to them. Try to get in their heads, and then they get surprised of how much we jaw back. But we could definitely back it up for sure.
Hash, what is it like throwing the squirrel?
Yo, in all honesty, it's like tough. I had like the thought in my mind, like squirrel. They're probably gonna think he's gonna be like the deep threat or whatnot, like his infamous post. So I was like, man, let me try to reel the defense in and keep Squirrel short. And if anything, hold the short accountable to getting his flag. The guy's pretty shifty, moves around, could break tackles. And then that'll just open up the field for the deep ball. But Gladiators played pretty good defense, man. That they contained Squirrel on offense. At least when we were in the field on extra points, they just couldn't stop him. The guy was like a cheat code there. But it's kind of tough to throw to him. It was tough to throw to everybody, man. I just didn't know how everyone ran. Like I've played with Squirrel in the past, maybe once or twice. We've played against him many times, but actually throwing to him, it's tough. It's tough. It's nice to have, but it's tough. You just don't know how he runs or when he's gonna run and so forth. The timing's all off.
Well, shoot, you hit it well. like what can I say?
Whoa!
Hid.
Oh
Hid.
man.
Come on,
You
E.
need a
Don't try to
pause
get me.
button.
That was clean. That was clean.
Oh,
Hid.
oh
Hid.
man. Oh man.
Oh, you guys. Kenny, a little word on defending Squirrel or having to defend against such a player.
I covered a man a couple of times when we started out. He wasn't really able to get over against me, but then we kind of talked. I mean, look on the video and tell him if he caught any passes on me in particular. No, but he is tough.
That was Siam. That was Siam that caught it off your mouth.
Yeah, I had to mention him eventually. Squirrel is probably one of the toughest guys. Like after he gets the ball to get him, I was like in the chat, like when this guy catches the ball, we all got to run to him. Don't assume that someone's gonna get free. We don't want to be one of those other teams where he just breaks loose for 50 yards. For the most part, we were able to hold that in check. But when the ball was thrown to him, for the most part, he caught it and he made plays like the extra point. I think he had a pick 6 too, right? Didn't you? I know he picked off the ball, didn't you?
He had about 2 picks.
Yeah, I don't know if he got it in or not, but he got it close to the end zone.
So
he's very difficult after the catch. Even before the catch, if you don't have speed, he can just run by you. I don't worry about that, but other people, yes, he can run by. He can run by you. It's tough, very tough to cover.
I can say Gladiators did a great job on converting on the flags. You know, they were all crashing on the flags. Even like having a germ at rusher, he turns around and he's attacking whoever has the ball. I think that's really big. Even with Abrar on our team, we've made it a big deal for, you know, everyone to crash on the ball. And you can tell by the way we were playing defense, even like with Ty being a dangerous runner, we were crashing on those flags. So keeping Gladiators from getting those yards after catch, it made their third downs and fourth downs a lot more difficult. And I think that's where we capitalized more on them. But yeah, definitely that you guys did hold me down on those little dump offs, but I think defense definitely had the edge against y'all this one.
So you mentioned somebody here, somebody that Hash had a lot of back and forth with, and I thank you for the segue because
okay, all right, okay, yeah.
With no further ado,
Okay.
one. Listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching this guy out there a lot. He's still young, so he's gonna book one day. He's gonna become one of our great players. He's on his way. I'm in Germ shows.
Part of the team.
I gotta keep it a buck, bro. Don't get me fucking started.
Germ, what's good, brother?
What's good, guys? How are we doing?
We all right. Tough loss. Tough finals loss. But I'm sure after looking back, you look at the game like they were balling. They played like.
Bro, all I gotta say is one thing. First thing, I picked off Hash the second play of the game. Bro, I'm at the fucking line.
Exactly. That was a huge play.
Bro,
that was a big play.
And right before that play, I told Hash he couldn't throw, and then he threw one right to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went up 13-0 in the red zone. And I don't know what happened from the game from there. After that, it just goes black.
So let me refresh your memory. After that, you guys failed to convert. Ash goes down the other way, throws a bomb
over someone's head. I'm not gonna say
that was my fault.
Oh, we know.
100%. We were on talking about that. He was like, "Kenny, it wasn't all your fault." I was like, "No, that was my fault."
I watched the play.
Yeah.
It was the perfect storm of how. Okay, let me give the credit where the credit goes. I'm actually gonna play this play because I have a clip of some of the key plays in this game, and I'll give everybody a chance to comment.
Because we spoke to Hash after the game, and he said he drew up that specific play. What did you see, Hash, that you know that Saeem was gonna be wide open on that play?
Yeah, I think we only needed I set that play up for after the first play of that drive. I hit a Brar short, and then the next one I hit Squirrel to the left. And there was one where Siam ran a post. I think it was like covered. But the scenario was perfect. It was like 4th and I think 6th. And I'm
was
like,
fourth
hey
down for
man,
sure.
like a stop right here. I'm sure Gladiators are gonna play aggressive on this. And if they do, this will be even more pivotal than it already is. It'll be one-sided Gladiators. So I was like, all right, let me pump up Brar, let me pump Squirrel. And honestly, those two sold it. Ty slid to Alfiz, who said he was gonna leak out deep to the left. And I didn't even think like Kenny was supposed to cover that. I thought it was Nate that was supposed to cover it, but Sign was like wide open. I was just eyeing down. I pumped that. I just looked to Brar, pumped heavy to Squirrel, and then chucked it right over to Sign. So it worked out. It worked out beautifully. And Abrar was open on the right hand side as well, so he was just like the safety net.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it worked out. It worked out beautifully. Squirrel and Abrar like sold it. Sold it lovely.
So Kenny being a player, a lot of times players take the blame for things that may not necessarily be all their fault. But as a player, you sometimes be like, yo, my bad. You know, because you felt you probably could have fixed it. But that doesn't mean it's all your fault. So Hash did a great job of staring left for a good amount of time. You looked left so long, they had no clue that you were coming back there. And then what Kenny seen was Abrar down on the right sideline. So I know where you're going. So what happened was in the middle of the pass off, which I think Ty was trying to pass Saeem off to Kenny. Yeah. Kenny, right before the pass, sees the down and goes down. So he never received the pass. And maybe Ty should have stayed. Maybe somebody else should have came over. But it's not just Kenny just did the wrong thing. It was a good play, good QB play, and good. They sold the routes, as you said. Ash stared left very long.
They called a good play, and two things can be true at once. They called a great play, and I forgot a cardinal rule of coverage play. Give up the first down and cover the deep guy. So sometimes I do that from time to time where like I'm just forgot what I'm doing here. And like you try to be a hero and stop two things at once, you stop nothing.
During that play, if I mind me saying something, I see, I'm literally standing in front of Hash. I'm ready to go after him. I'm like, oh, Hash has nothing. He's staring down the left side. He has nothing. And then he throws the ball. I turn around. I'm like, how did someone get that open?
He was naked down.
And then Hash got right in my face, and I was like, fuck, bro, I got to hear him talk.
Well, let me give you the exact dialogue.
Oh, yeah,
You're quiet now. And respectfully, your answer was funny as hell. You said, I am.
And,
bro,
but that's the thing. You know, when someone does something right, you respect. All right, you did it. Fuck.
That's how it goes,
man. You keep poking someone till they do something about it. That's how especially on the field. If they do something about it, that means that they earned it. That's it. They're not going to do anything about it, then I'm going to keep talking my shit.
All right,
Dylan knows he's the one who always gets me started. I hear him talking. I'm like, I gotta start talking right now.
Hey, I hear Germ start talking. I start talking.
The talk started early in this game.
It was.
It did, yeah.
The talk started early. Did it get to you?
Nah. It didn't really get to me. Like the thought just kept revisiting in my head. Like, dude, man, like. This is the best team I've ever QB'd for. I gotta deliver. Like this cannot be the way that I'm gonna go out, man. There's no way. Yeah. And I kept telling myself, man, it's a long game. It's a long game. They're chatting pretty early, and they got every reason to. So it worked out exactly how it had to work out. It didn't really get to me. I was like, you know what, Jeremy has every reason to talk back. Like some people on the side were like telling me, yo, it's a little aggressive. I'm like, yo, bro, but it's fucking football. It is what it is. Like he has every reason to talk. The guy got a pick on the second play after talking trash saying I can't throw a ball. And he gets him literally, I don't know what, 3 yards away. Yeah, like how are you gonna stop his hype? You know, I would be hyped too. It's the finals.
Yeah, of course. So all right, I'm gonna run a video really quickly. Everybody, well, you'll all be able to talk. So if you want to comment, I may pause and ask some questions because, these clips in this game are plays that I thought These were big plays of the game, and also plays that didn't get completed that I felt could have changed the momentum drastically in this game. And it's for both teams.
A lot of
There's a lot of them shit. All right.
All right.
And Squirrel, I have a specific play I want to ask you about defensively.
I know what you're talking about.
Because from my view, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right. Let me get you a little love.
I even know the play you're talking about. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Got Hash on locks there. Look at that.
Now, Germ, that's just you making a play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop and pause through this. That is just sometimes players make plays.
Great play.
And with the hype you came into the game, you set your team up early in this game to be ahead. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, wide fucking open. You fucking quiet, right? Yeah.
Hold on. All right, I'm gonna rewind that one back. So, all right, James. This is it looks like everybody ended up man, as we can see here, because James is already chasing Squirrel. Right?
It wasn't man called there, but yeah.
All right, we got to do it one more time.
Alfiz was open on this as well, by the way.
Everyone was fucking open,
he took Ty completely out the picture. I don't know. This is what was making me think, like, what was the defense that they were playing? Because
I think initially it was a zone, and when it broke down, when the pass off happened, Alfiz was just taking the guy, and everybody kind of grabbed a man. That's what it looked like, because that's why Kenny went down. Because honestly, it looked like you're grabbing a man at that point, Kenny.
Yeah, but on the left side. Well, it would be on my left. Well, the right on the screen. Those two defenders stayed down too. There wasn't a safety that was present there either. And Ty had to go ahead and pick him up.
So now look, all right. This is why I said it might not have been your fault there. So now look, that's the pass off. Because he sees Alfiz get open, which Hash, if you look at Hash the entire time, he's staring to his left. Now James is also this actually looks like good defense momentarily, because at this point we don't even know where Saeem is.
It becomes a two guys wide open play.
Yeah, and they've lost Saeem in this mix already. None of you know where he's going. And you're down on Abrar, who gets the first down easily. It was a completion regardless.
Like I could choose to make a better choice. I was like, all right, he's going deep and going short. Sometimes I don't want to say you try to be a hero and you stop too much and you stop nothing.
But where's Nate here? Nate's playing on this left-hand side, right? Who's playing the safety on this left-hand side?
Has to be Nate.
That was Kenny.
Defensive left. That was me.
So where's Nate? Down?
He's somewhere. I don't know where.
He's down there. Keep the video.
Nate, where was you at?
I don't blame him though. I don't blame him on this.
He's obviously on the opposite side.
Very good design. If it wasn't going to be a touchdown, it was going to be a very easy first, and then whatever yards was that Abrar? Whatever he got after the catch. No.
All right, well played. Well drawn up play.
Well designed play on fourth.
Shout out to Saeem, man. He
had a great game.
Played an amazing. I'm gonna say season, man. And this was the play you guys talked about earlier.
Okay.
That's just Squirrel doing Squirrel things.
This was bad.
Not sure what happened here. Oh yeah. Okay. Self-evident.
Don't get me started about that play.
Yeah.
That's what we want. Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Before you jump in, Jerm, let me just say one thing. Now, people took some exception to Mike grabbing Saeem on this play. That is what you do.
Exactly. Yeah.
You hold and stop the touchdown, bro. Like you saved the TD. That was so smart of Mike to hold, because he's beat. Saeem scores there. He held a little extra long. Hey, take the penalty. He doesn't get in the end zone. This play here, the reason it resulted in a pick, it's just if you catch this, the drive continues,
Mhm.
and now we don't know where we are after this drive. Germ, go ahead.
That was a theme.
You got to catch the ball.
Mhm.
You got to catch the ball. That's it.
He's right.
There was just way too many drops in crucial times, and those drops really reflected how the rest of the game went.
True.
All right. This play's gonna run one more time. I kind of accidentally put it on here twice. I'll fast forward.
Okay.
Just give me the yeah.
Mike did the right thing there.
That's where you might even consider lateraling to Arnold behind him. Leave Arnold can score. Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it is. This is painful to watch.
Cookies, cookies,
Matter.
cookies.
Now okay, let me talk about that play.
Yeah,
This is one of the plays. If they score here, this would have been such a huge momentum swing.
Rob, let me
For the
talk about this play
Gladiators.
after you.
Yeah, go ahead. That's all I got
Nah,
to say.
you can go first. You can go first.
Yeah, that's it. It would have been a huge momentum swing. Now, watching it from this angle, it looked like it was well defended. But from the side angle,
You gotta catch
he has to catch that one.
He has to catch it.
You gotta catch that.
And as Germ said, this was like the tail of the game a little bit for the Gladiators. Go ahead, Squirrel.
This play was hilarious. You know why?
Oh, yeah.
we was lined up in zone, and we decided to go man. So we decided to go man as they line up. The moment, whatever that receiver's name is, the moment he finds out that we're playing man, he starts yelling cookies in front of sign. If you yelling cookies on the top of your lungs, you better catch that damn ball.
Yeah.
And he dropped that damn ball. So you have no reason to be yelling cookies at all.
Yo, no way Adil just said whoever his name is.
I won't say his name. He doesn't want that kind of credit, but good credit, not bad credit. So
Listen, that's our guy, man.
yeah, it's my guy.
Listen, everybody drops it. This was a crucial drop at the time.
Major drop.
Major drop at the time.
Yeah.
It just this needed to be a score.
Yep.
But
And
like
this, I
Derek
think,
said, if you're gonna talk the talk, you better at least catch the ball.
Gotta
That's all I'm
catch
saying.
it. You gotta
and this zapped the Gladiators down a little bit, but they didn't stay down because there were some other things that continued to happen. Let's keep going. Let's
A
talk about
rifle.
that one.
A
I
rifle.
also thought that was a catchable ball.
That was harder in his defense.
That was tougher.
There were a few more people there.
And
That was
it's
the last
return,
guy.
and it got to be
Yeah.
there.
So
Yeah.
before this play,
Mhm.
that's my brother Altaf, number 11.
Okay.
I had told him that focus on Ty. Focus on Ty. He's gonna come straight to you, turn around. So he did a great job on not leaving his zone and just attacking the ball. And I think he was able to disrupt the pass just a little bit, enough for Ty not to catch that.
Ty is one. This is what I'm gonna say. Ty is one of our higher ranked guys.
He is, yes, he's tier 1.
He got it. We expect
expect you to make that play.
this out of you.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you're gonna make every play, but this one here would have been big. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So let's keep going.
Wait, Rob, wait,
What's up,
replay
Drew?
this play for a second. I want to see something.
You want to run it back? I got
Yeah,
you.
just run it back. All right, let the play go. So you see, you got Ty in the front of the end zone. Look where Nate is. Just watch it. Look
You
for
see
Nate.
Nate's reaction at the end of the play.
Yeah,
so,
you see.
yeah. There's the ball going
But no. Look at Nate. If
Yeah.
he stares down Ty and throws the ball to Nate, who's
Nate-
catching the touchdown?
Nate's wide open.
That was that we had to talk about that after the fact too.
Nah, I think Squirrel gets that, man.
Yeah, it seems like from that
I
angle, it
think
looks like
Squirrel would get it, man.
you would have to lift it over like 3 people to get to Nate.
No,
It would be
run
harder.
it back one more time.
Yeah.
But I think
Remember-
maybe he's saying throw it to Nate in before it gets there.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Like in the
So they're down. Yeah.
Because as soon as Ty turned
You
around,
know what?
they both crashed.
so I would say it would have been you throw it up to Nate maybe,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
Squirrel's still in line before the ball's thrown. He's
Yeah,
still
it
in his
would-
right
It
position.
would have had to been right over my fingertips.
Yeah. And Nate could go up and get that. So I see what you're saying. All right. Let's keep going.
He tells them, okay.
So
Oh man.
Oh, I remember that.
That letting Alphys catch a pick, bro. That's crazy,
he had a pick every game he played.
Yeah,
bro.
he did.
Every game he played, he had an interception. He put it
Nah, I'm
on all
just talking
season.
shit. I love Alphys.
All right, now as we continue, like I said, those things those are backbreaking, but it's still not done yet.
Hold on 1 second, Rob. Hold on, pause it.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask Jerome real quick because this is just, I don't want to bring up bad memories, Gladiators, but this is your third straight time to a chip, third loss. So what?
Kenny laughing.
No. I'm not even trying to be like. Is there ever a time when you feel like, man, it's always something against us? You know what I mean? Or
No, I mean,
yeah.
you know, with all due respect,
Mhm.
there's just a time where people like sometimes we just need to just give us something different. You know, there's a big thing in differentiating your not only with your defensive play calls, but the personnel maybe on defense or offense to give someone a different look, you know. If you keep running the same thing over and over and over again, guess who's going to get comfortable? The defense. They get used to what you're doing. And if you were just to watch it back, there's a lot of the same plays, a lot of the guys running the exact same routes. And what's defense going to do? They're going to learn it, and they're going to learn to sit on it. You see, there's three guys sitting on that pass to Ty, waiting for something to happen, either to grab their flag or that.
As they did catch the pick. All right. Let's keep going. Now momentum here was shifted to the elites.
That's a great catch by Arnold.
That's good. Way to come back. Arnold cruised to the ball. You read it there?
Hash. Okay, I watched this play a few times, and I'm like, if I was the QB, I don't know if I throw
I'm
it.
not throwing that. Yeah. I'm not.
What went through your mind here? I wouldn't have. That's just. Did you just trust Arnold would get it?
Nah, I saw Nate was like shading over to Kenny of the elites a little bit, and then I'm like, yo, Arnold's just sitting there on the back cone right there. I'm like, man, I could just lob this here to the front. He should be able to get it. It was gonna be tough for like it was 100% a risky throw. I look at this play and I'm like, man, the thought was check down a squirrel, and then we got to draw another play, and then it's another red zone play. But I'm like, yo, the footing of like Nate, he was like facing towards Kenny, and I was like, you know what, Arnold should be able to get this, man. He should get it. Let me just throw it up. I'll throw it up in the front. Whatever. The camera angle actually makes it look worse than what it was.
Yeah. And okay, I see it now. It does look worse, and you were right.
I mean, wait, can I say something? Isn't Arnold a tier 1 player, right? That's what you expect your tier 1 player to do.
Absolutely.
You expect him to go up there, grab the ball. You see, he just went to it. No thoughts, no questions, just instincts.
Yeah. Shout out to Arnold. He was also playing hurt. You could see it late in the game.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had a few, but it didn't really affect the game. But yeah.
Big time.
That's an underdog ball.
Yeah.
If he throws that earlier,
Come back to him. And this time they get him.
Great catch from him. Good throw too. Yeah.
Squirrel, I seen you said something to Saeem on that one.
Yeah, so this play, it was not even miscommunication. So if you run it back, you can see that Ty and Nate were the only ones on that side. And I knew that Ty was gonna run that post. So I had told Sime before the play had started. Sorry, Sime, my fault. But I told Sime to play man on Nate. I said, stay on him, man. I said, don't go nowhere else. Just play Nate, man. And Sime kind of watched Mike a little too much and let Nate get behind him. And that's why I was upset, because I was like, you should have stayed on him, man.
Hell of a reach back by Nate also.
Yeah.
Hell of a reach back. This I laughed at see, okay. This is there's a couple things so this is This is how you
Hold on. Why is Rob staring down the cameraman and throwing up the hands?
Yo, listen, when y'all make big plays, bro, like I'm watching as a fan also while reffing the game.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you see my face, it's like, whoo-wee. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like it's fun to watch it, man. So Nate's little celebration. Now, this is celebration should be, you know, this is what are you gonna say to him? And Squirrel just walks away. Yo, he got you. He got you, right? Well, what you gonna say? All right, now, yo, this let me start this again. This here, boy. Hash
Nasty.
Saeem.
Yeah, that's
Nasty.
Gosh,
This
man.
is the dime of all dimes.
I was kind of annoyed because not only did he get beat, but he prevented me from making him play on the ball too. It was like, all right, whatever.
Now and then look at Kenny.
I just gave up. Like, I appreciate good plays, even if they're against my team. It's like, good play.
And Kenny was like, you know what, you got it, good shit, and just walks, just goes about his business. Like, damn. But you didn't let it happen again there, though, Kenny. Late in the game, you actually stopped. You actually picked one. You caught it, but it was out of bounds. You were on the play after that. All right. Okay. Now here goes another one. I feel like if you guys score here,
Game's over.
Yeah.
the game is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, heard him yell no.
My thing is, wait, time out. Can you pause video?
Yes.
They started complaining right there. Look at the score. They
Yeah.
started
Well,
complaining
that's
right
why
there
that's
and
why
then.
there was nothing.
Oh
That's-
my gosh, he's wearing the same color.
That's
Bro.
why there was nothing to be done about it.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know, nobody noticed, and we done played almost the whole game. So, and Hash, was it the black or was it just a pick?
100%. I mean, I don't want to take away from Nate making an interception, right? And what Jeremy's saying is correct. Like, it's you're able to differentiate like Nate and somebody like on our team. He's a bigger body, tall, brolic, and so forth. But I'm a look off QB thrower. So like.
Mm-hmm.
I looked off heavy to the right, and Kenny was supposed to be in the corner on the left hand side, and I like missed this throw by so much, and as soon as I threw it, I was like, damn man, this is right to Kenny, this is right to Nate, man, or whatever, and I was like, shit, I didn't even really argue it as much, I get it, it's like, I'm like, damn man, the guy's wearing a black jersey. Shit, like,
so it did.
And then
play
Nate
a
was
part.
like, "Come on, Hash, for real," and I'm like, interception. It is what it is, At that point, I put it on myself because Saeem on this play was wide open, and it just overcomplicated the play.
Now, 21-19. This would be the score for the majority of this quarter. This play here, if you score here, I think Hash, you guys finish the game here. You guys win there, and I don't think they can come back. But we get the pick.
They need a second opinion.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's it. You saw that.
All right. Now, Squirrel, you got the pick on this one, but that is not why.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Clip
Okay.
this.
That corner was wide open.
Yeah. This is where you and Saeem had to just be like, he's not throwing it to this guy.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I don't care what. I don't know if he didn't trust him after the drop, but Usman is supposed to get this ball.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, Saeem is not too far away from
No.
Usman.
No, he
He's
leaves.
definitely in a
Oh, he's
position.
gone.
He's definitely
That's
just watching Mike's eyes.
Yeah.
No, but Saeem's leverage is going.
Yeah,
He's
inside.
going towards that way. He's not getting there.
No, he's only going there when he starts to throw the ball. Watch. Run it back.
Let's run the play back.
Look, Saeem's there.
Let's see.
I'm still throwing that ball to Usman.
No, he's manning him. He manned him, studied
Mhm.
for a second. No, Usman got to get this football here.
Yeah.
I didn't disagree with that. I think Usman. I watched the play on this. I think it was on the sideline. Yeah, I watched that play. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
And he went to his guy. And Johnny on the spot, Squirrel makes another play.
Oh man.
Wait, can I give a? Hold on. After this play.
You hear them commenting in the
Yeah,
background.
All right. So now, all right. This is another one. Go ahead. You got something to say, Jerry?
Yeah, about the last play. I want to give a big shout out to Usman that game. A lot of the play calling on offense, a lot of the plays that even worked the last 2 games, is a big shout out to him. Even the last game in the Callis game, the game before, Usman drew up that play that even got Nate open on that deep sideline pass when we had under 30 seconds in the game. Usman was definitely the mastermind behind a lot of these plays that you see, a lot of these touchdowns that could have been happened.
Truth.
We know. Listen, we know he's the brains a lot of the times behind the defense and the offense schemes and stuff like that.
I know, but I guess he's got to get his flowers. He's a little crazy, but we love him.
Yeah. No slight there, but he got to get the ball. Ooze, he got to throw you the ball there. All right, now this one here might be the play I want to ask you about, Squirrel. All right, Squirrel, was this drawn up that way pre-snap?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so it looked like Saeem was to let Nate go. It looked like you guys decided. It looked like y'all baited this throw in.
So you can hear me yell mid-play, telling Saeem to stay on James. Yeah, because James is coming off the back. So you can literally see me point at James and I yell Saeem. So Saeem knew to stay up. And then the thing about this play is that Nate was tight at Mike the whole game. So Nate was begging for the ball basically at this point. And I'm like, all right. So the last touchdown, Nate was on the corner. He threw it up to Nate. So I was like, all right, instinct is going to come into play, obviously. But I know that Nate wants the ball. I'm going to shade inside just a little bit. The moment I seen Mike's hips turn left and his head turns, right when his head turns, I gun it. I gun for the ball. I knew I was expecting the ball to be thrown as a lob, but he underthrew it so bad, and I was just able to cut it off.
He's seen Saeem leave. Like watching this live, I knew why Mike threw it that way. But with Nate's a big body receiver. You put it in the air and hopefully he can get it over you. You know what I mean?
That's what I was expecting. Yeah.
He didn't expect you. For the way Saeem left, it looked like Saeem got hit with the double move. That's basically what it looked like. Let's watch it back. And then it looked like y'all set it up the way you went.
I honestly,
He never let me go.
So
Yeah, he did say that.
I think this play, I think it's just a great read by Adele there. I think that's how you sum it up. That's just a great read by a player who made a great play.
There you go. Now this is the end of the game.
Confusion here. You spiked this ball, man.
And
there was no confusion.
You spike it.
Yeah. We had no one running. I was like, I gotta take off deep. Give us a shot. Yeah.
Run it back, Rob. Run it back. Run it back.
There was zero confusion on this play. Listen to everything.
Run it back.
Yep,
you can
run it back.
see their body. Look at Ty. He's expecting.
They told him to spike it.
Spike.
James is waiting for the spike.
Waiting for the spike.
Look, James points downward.
Spike. That's why.
And they're like, stop.
It's not spiking. He's at the check it. That's how we don't have a chance.
And look at Arnold hurt. Catch the pick, could barely run. Hamstring mashed up. So my question here on the Nate laughing in the chat. So I'm sure y'all said spike, right? This is a matter of the pressure of the game hits you. Usman, we spoke about you a little bit. You were wide open naked on a play that should have came your way that you didn't get. We went over your drop. You know.
We went over your drop.
But on this play, you're supposed to. He had to spike the ball. I don't know what Kenny. What was it? It was called.
Well, we never actually talked about spike. I assumed he was going to spike, but once he didn't spike it, it's like I have to take off. So because the time's going to run out, I was like, hopefully he has the arm to throw it. And I actually got behind the defense, but it was underthrown. It's like, all right. But yeah, as soon as you realize they're not going to spike it, you have to. All right, no one else is running around. I'm taking off.
Something.
So,
yeah,
we can't just stand there and watch the clock run out. So
he said it was. Nate said it wasn't that much pressure. That's basically football knowledge. So. You would assume we spiked there and we know to spike there.
But I mean, that's the only play there.
Yeah.
We had limited amount of time. You heard the clock. It was like about 11, before we were ready to spike, there was like 11 seconds left. We spiked it, maybe had like 7-8 seconds. And we could possibly run another short play, get a little closer, and then throw it up into the end zone. But I don't know where the miscommunication went, but
I guess there was none. It was just no spike. Like he got no spike.
I mean, there was obviously miscommunication because our quarterback was not in sync with the rest of the team.
And then we get the result we got, and that's basically the ball game.
Champions, baby. Elites champions, baby.
I gotta take.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask something to the Gladiators. Did you guys feel the pressure of our trash talk once we started coming back?
No. People can trash talk me all day. I just don't care. I'm like, all right. As soon as they throw in the ball, I'm gonna make a play anyway. So say whatever you like. But it definitely felt like a road game there. You guys had a deep squad on the sidelines cheering you on. But
all I gotta say about that is I played my role. I caught a pick there. I was pressuring Hash. Hash had to get that ball off in less than 4 seconds, or at 4, or I was gonna be in his face, and he knew that.
Jeremy played so big you can't even see half his face now. No, Jeremy played an A+ game. To his credit, I think I would say he's probably the only person on our team that did play A+. We all had mistakes in that one. Too many drops. That was I'm gonna throw shade at these guys. We played like the garbage men at times.
Oh no!
I'm not that guy, and I don't want
to that's me.
Prey on anyone's pain. But
the garbage men.
But the history of the Gladiators has shown you guys have now been 0-3 in your last 3 champs. What's the message now, Jeremy? You're one of the leaders on the team. What's the message?
Retire.
Hey, Jeremy's a free agent.
Yeah, you install the group chat. I have no team right now.
Jeremy, come over to the dark side, baby.
You already know.
Are you announcing right now you're not a Gladiator? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that. I just said I'm a free agent.
I'm asking. We have to ask the tough questions.
Who said it's a team game, Jeremy?
Too many mistakes.
I mean,
each of the game. Well, sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
All I said was trust. I know the team game.
He said, Nate 4 chip losses. Tough, man.
We see in the comments who Nate is blaming. Oh, he says he's a free agent as well.
Yeah, we saw that.
Oh boy,
there's a lot of blame to go around.
Listen, you got to do it till you get it done.
It's there. I mean, each of the game. Well, I haven't. I don't know. I played with them 3 times. We got to the title 3 different times. Each of them had a different theme. Like this one was the most. We made the most mistakes this game. He asked me which one was the most painful loss. The first one to me was the most painful against a team that will not be named. Like we had these guys and they're a really good team, and it's just kind of. I think I was stupid. We got robbed of a touchdown in that video. I maintain it. The way they described it is like we had that long I'm referring to a game they may not have been doing, but we were robbed of a touchdown. The first, and we would put us up even more, but we made other mistakes in that game. But this game was pretty painful too.
guys, this was such a good game. Like I said, the score was the ending score was that was the score throughout almost the entire second half of the game. That's a long time for y'all to just not do anything.
It was still entertaining though, bro.
And it was still entertaining back and forth.
There was a total of 8 interceptions this game, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Mike threw 5 or 4, I believe. And Hash
had 2.
And Hash is throwing them at the line.
Hold on, no, I threw.
No, you had.
I threw 3. I threw 1 to Jeremy, 1 to Ty, and then 1 to
Nate.
my new teammate Nate.
You know what, Hash? You know what? What's it called? What I'm gonna say about that interception? The last couple weeks, I've been getting close. I almost picked off Shane. I blocked 2 of his passes the following week, and I was just, I don't know, like I was just trying to guard the passing lanes as much as possible. And that was probably the softest throw you've thrown the whole entire game after that.
That's the softest ball I've thrown in my life, man.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know if he was warming up, and that's why. But it was like, bro, I've caught passes from Hash before, and they are not that soft, bro. That was the softest pass ever.
Going into the game, everyone's worried like, yo, Hash, you gotta throw that ball a little slower. Everyone's worried about catching. I'm like, I gotta catch the ball. Just catch the ball.
Yeah, I used to Nas's lollipop.
Whoa. Oh wait, why is there hate? Why is there
That's like 3 or 4 today, man.
RCFL champion Nas hate.
Wow. We always hate on the Nas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just a staple of the show. Nas gonna get. We're gonna say something about a Nas before the end of every show. Yeah.
All right.
We love a Nas, man. Like don't think we don't, but he got to get a little hate.
The game is over. How do the champions celebrate?
Oh man, I'm like it's the month of Ramadan. I can't say. So, but I enjoyed myself. I sent the videos prior. I sent my videos prior to the chat. Definitely enjoyed ourselves. We still. I know they went out to eat, and I wasn't able to make it. I had like my kid, but hopefully after Ramadan we'll like celebrate with the team. And, you know, everyone's there.
The champions celebrated by eating as much food before Ramadan. That's how they celebrated.
Now, you guys, this is the bad part. Everybody, well, I would hope you guys are fasting, and y'all probably still working out. Y'all coming back in better shape in the spring?
Oh hell yeah, 100%, 100%. I think this is the biggest I've ever been. I think this is 100% the biggest I've ever been. So I was like, man, it's time to get it. It's time to get in shape, man. Putting this off for too long.
Well, there you go. I'm with you, Hash. I'm with you. Hash,
Rob, you saying all this talk, Rob? I better see circle, spin move, Rob back at it. You know what I'm talking about. And don't use the ball this time. You can't use the ball to cover your flag.
Yeah, listen. It's legal, all right? It's legal.
I don't know about that. You make the rules.
Yeah, cheating, bro.
All right. Listen, guys. This was amazing. Listen, we enjoy this season here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really enjoyed doing this season and being our first season where we're actually doing everything. And you guys are all so supportive of what's going on through and through. And it's not just you guys on here. There's everybody's just so like, yo, and they enjoying it. And I see the joy back in football. Like y'all, it looked like y'all out there enjoying it again. And
yeah, there was some other league I was in, man. Gosh. We gave them a field when they didn't have one. And then I don't know what happened about that, man.
Edit this out.
You got dudes standing outside.
Gave them a field when we didn't have one. That's all I gotta say.
This out.
Listen. We know who's ball in here. Yeah. We know who's ball here. Jerm, I ain't holding you back. Look, you banned from being mic'd up, but you're on here. You can
man,
speak
Jeremy,
bro, I'm never being mic'd up again, bro. I hated watching the video.
Man, Jeremy reminds me. I don't know how many of y'all play Call of Duty for whoever is watching or whatever, but the screecher in the mic, man, that's what Jeremy is. Yeah, Jeremy is the screecher.
Oh man. But
one more thing real quick before we let him go. We have a guy that elevated now from tier 2 to tier 1. How do you feel about that graduation?
Finally. Finally.
Yeah.
I mean, I played SAFL for a couple years now. I think they just never put me on that tier 1 because I was coming back and forth from Buffalo, so I only played enough games for playoff eligibility. But finally, right?
Recognition, you deserve it.
You a dog out there, man.
Appreciate it.
It's true.
Guys, Adele, you got to go soon.
I'm good here.
Okay, so I'm gonna let the D2 guys go. Hash, congratulations, well-deserved championship. Very happy for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know how it's the football championships. They be right here, man. Like I got a couple that tear come to your eye after you finally do it sometimes, especially when you've been playing with a bunch of people for a long time and haven't done it there, because I'm sure you've won elsewhere. You've won one hand touch, so yeah. But sometimes it's near and dear to win it with the people that like, especially beating Germ. I know you get to talk to him every day.
Nah, I'm glad it was the Gladiators, man. I think I mean, I know Callis could have made their run too. The only reason why I would say I wanted to play the Callis was because they beat us by that 1 point, and we played in a snow game, and I was like, damn, man, this isn't really like a fair shot at well, I mean, it's fair because both sides of the teams were playing on it, but it would have been nice. It would have been just different. And then I would have never, ever spoken to those guys in the off season or whatnot. So it's nice that it was the Gladiators.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the Gladiators, man. We played Gladiators in the regular season too. It was a hell of a game. Hell of a game regular season. Hell of a game that finals game too. So shout out to the Gladiators.
Just remember, y'all, regular season means nothing.
He's right.
Germ, I look forward to seeing what you going, because I know you're going to be bringing the energy. Stop eating them cookies.
I'm so happy, bro. I got moved down fucking the tier 4 now.
Too much cookies. Too much cookies. This is listen.
Down.
Too much cookies, and I'm still catching picks at the line. I'll take it. That's what it takes.
Listen, when you're in tip-top shape, you compete with anybody.
I mean, I think I was still a similar player. I'm still catching one-hand catches. You saw me in the top 10.
You did. You
can keep me at. No, I'm not saying bring up my tier now. I'm just saying,
Oh no, well, I don't expect you to stay there, but
I want to stay there. That's more fun. I get to be on every team.
I hope everybody is listening to what he's saying, because some guys complain they want to be higher. You don't, but that's
another less. And I can join a better team and just stack it up.
Message, but everybody doesn't get that.
I don't even know why Aldo was like tier 1, man. The guy didn't catch a touchdown in this game. Oh, man, what
a bomb. All right. Guys, thank you guys for coming on. You guys make this fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all. That's about it. I'm gonna let Hash and Germ get out of here. Later, guys.
All right, y'all. Thank you for a good season, man.
Good stuff.
Looking forward to the off season.
Best league. Only league I've ever played in. Ready. All right.
This shade is good stuff, Hash. Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get us back. Let me get Adele back on the other corner. All right, so Adele, you happened to do this twice in a Saturday before. Wait, yeah, it was before. Was it before? No, after this game, you had to get back out on the field and do it again. So, well, let me make sure our other guest is ready, because you always have to have both sides of the coin. Adele, let's talk about the Browns game and playing with Shoe. Oh, hold on. Before I get there, I'm gonna,
You even mentioned to
I just wanted to commemorate
yeah, you see that.
the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The guys, man.
Congratulations to the
The
elite.
guys.
That's a whole
Adele, that had to be. I know. Okay, the most meaningful chip I have is when it was my team, my boys, no outsiders, and we won rough touch. That is the most meaningful championship I have. How does this feel for the elites? You are a elite from day one to finally win with your franchise.
It's crazy because but the first season we played with the elites, we won what, like 2 games, I'd say 2 games out of the whole season.
I think it was one.
And one, yeah, probably against the Thunder. That was our only win. But it's amazing, bro. You wouldn't want to win with anybody else, right? All your brothers on the field together. Right before the chip game, we're just like, if we lose this, like we've lost in the chip a couple of times in like other leagues, like you ref Islamic games. You've seen us losing the chip in that game too, and that was again us boys as well.
Yeah.
Just with Shu at quarterback as well. So we were like, if we lose this, we felt like it was time to hang it up. That's how we were feeling. That's how we were feeling. Like it would have been pain. I could only imagine what Kenny is going through right now, but it's pain, 100%. It hurts. It hurts if you lose, and we finally got it. Finally got it.
How many seasons have you guys played together? The elites?
So with the elites, it was kind of different because elites was originated from Anas and Fuad. Fuad and Anas had started the elites, and none of these guys, like my brothers and like Saad, all of these guys were not on the elites. We were actually on the team called Guardians with Yusuf at quarterback. And I'm pretty sure you remember that. That was like one of the last seasons before COVID hit in SAFL. And so the only person we were literally missing in this team was Yusuf. And yeah, so I mean, we definitely have been playing together for years. I think we started the elites back when I was a freshman in high school, and now I'm done with my master's. So yeah, it's been a pretty long time, yeah.
Wow.
You're not gonna bypass that for football. The man said he's done with his masters, man. Clap it up for that. For real. That's a big thing. Forget
So still a month or two left, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
football. That's a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna get into our D3. Now the guy I'm gonna bring on, he started his career with us knowing him now. Tough loss in his first season of me seeing him play football. Came back the next season to win a decisive championship win. Just destroyed the team they played in the finals. To come back this season to make it to the finals again and have another tough loss. Great system, great QB, a leader on the field for his guys. Our boy, Ro.
What's up, y'all? Can we get Adil off, please? I think he's had his thing. Congrats on the Masters. Congrats on doing all that.
Appreciate it.
Congrats on those 3 touchdowns against us.
What was the route, Adil?
Post route. That's how we run. It's a post route. You know, Shu in the huddle. Shu doesn't even say post route. Shu says, "You know what to do.
You know what to do.
You know what to do."
Yeah. Let me. Ro, on the show before the game, I said that you guys haven't faced a QB the likes of Shu yet. Give me a little insight of that defense trying to stop the zone breaking tactician during that game.
I think it's hard to put into words exactly what we were trying to do because we tried a few things. Because it wasn't our first time playing against the team, right? But it was our first time playing against Shu for an entire game. He had jumped in second halves, and I think it went down to the wire the last time we played, where we had I think it was 2 seconds left or something, and we won. But
on the goal line.
Yeah, on the goal line.
With KJ.
And even that call wasn't like everyone was going back and forth about it for
50-50
some
call.
time. So,
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get that defense set up against them was interesting. Like we had our zone that we had in mind, but I feel that he truly picked it apart. At any chance we stepped up, he would throw it over us on a skinny post or you know what to do route, if that's what it's called. And anytime we stepped back to protect that, it was just taking whatever we gave him down the middle, like oftentimes down the middle. I mean, he even got a run on us, right? So
That was great.
Yeah, like Shu and I spoke after the game as well for like a quick minute, but we knew what he did and we know all that he's able to do. So everything, Rob, you told me, I think at the beginning of the season did turn out to be very, very accurate. But he's a well-rounded QB with a well-rounded offense with a pretty quick receiver.
Now, Adil, well, I know what the route is. I've run the route.
He did though.
Huh? No, not as fast as that.
Yeah,
Not as
okay.
fast as that. But I've had to run the route many times. What is it like when playing with Shu? They've heard it from me, so let's hear what you think.
I mean, I've been playing with Shu ever since I came into the league too, right? SAF. So we've been playing with Shu for over 4 or 5 years now. With Shu, you don't ever have to worry about your offense. Like, no matter who's on the field, Shu is gonna get someone open. It's either if you're just starting on the 20-yard line or you're 10 yards away from the end zone. Shu will know how to pick apart that defense. Now, if you're playing in zone, Shu will pick apart that zone. This field is big. The field is big. Playing zone is not easy in this league at all. You have to have very fast defenders to cover a lot of ground. Shu is not someone that beams the ball necessarily. He doesn't get the ball there as quick as he can. But that's how you know he's really good at play calling, because no matter who's running the ball, if he's fast, slow, agile or not, the ball is going to get to you. And you're going to have a lot of space to deal with the ball after you catch it. And now, even with those post routes, people over comments, whatever, in the chat saying that Shu doesn't have the arm talent no more. He was throwing it out there. Them post routes were going over the middle. I'm pretty sure Dre was in the middle. They moved Dre out the middle, put I don't know the rusher's name. He's a tall. Put him back in the middle. They made the stop on the post route probably 2-3 times, but Shu's just gonna keep attacking it. He's gonna keep attacking. He's gonna know if you shift a little bit, he'll see it on the line. And he will just tell you to go. And if he gets it over that middle defender, it's gonna land right in your hands. And the way he throws it, once it lands in your hand, it's not a beam. It's gonna fall, right? It's literally like a pillow.
Like he handed it to you.
It's literally like that. Like you're opening up a basket.
Like it glided down from the heavens.
Exactly.
And just
never a
landed
hard
in your
ball
hands.
to catch. You can tell from the throws. It's right there. It lands right in your hands, and that's it. You got to make the play.
Now, Ian Kenny, what were your thoughts, your takeaways from this game after watching it live or watching it back? I've already spoken to Ro about my critique on what I thought in this game. So I want to see what you guys thought of this game.
All right, Ken.
Offensively for 220. Defensively, I just feel like that's what Shu does, but more offensively for 220.
Well, I'll say something first, non-football. I got to give a shout out to Kazi, who was there. Their other QB comes from Connecticut, doesn't play a snap, no complaint. So we got to definitely give him some plaudits there. Yeah, that's a big sacrifice, and to do it without an ego, just like, all right, this is where they want to play. No worries. So big shout out to him. What did I see in the game? I saw 220 scored first to Bryant. I remember that. I was watching it. He kind of made like a tougher catch to get down in field. And what I just saw sometimes, I guess Rohit's here, is like we should talk about her. We'll pretend you're not here, Rohit. We'll talk about you. But some of it is like, I thought Rohit was focusing too much on some parts of the field and not looking at other parts. Because if you watch from the sidelines, you could see him looking at one point. I'm like, oh, this guy's open. But it's like,
after the premature rollout to the right.
Exactly.
I saw that a lot.
There was some of that. I think there were some times he could have ran when he didn't run. He kind of just waited and forced it. It's like sometimes it just helps to get 10 yards or whatever, especially if you're consistently beating whoever's rushing in front of you. And
I will say to that point, not to cut you off, but
yeah,
the giver that they've had on me, the Browns, every single time, I think his name is Cap, is what his jersey says.
Mm-hmm.
I know I run a lot, and I know I've done that previously quite a bit, and I've done that against every other team, I think, in this league too. But Cap is really good at giver. I've not gotten many yards on him, and they switched it out once, and I took advantage of it, and they put him right back there. I tried it. Playing against them is I have to play like Shu. I have to get rid of the ball.
Shout out
That's
to Cap.
really one of our focuses was on Rohit running with the ball. So based on previous game, we were like, I was telling the corners, just stay home. We're gonna expect him to run it at some point, but we weren't seeing the run a lot, and that's when we realized that Cap was containing Rohit pretty well.
Yeah. Shout out to Cap. He did every game, all 3 games actually.
And I think that's something that actually goes unsaid. I've always liked playing double headers, the second game especially, because I feel like I'm completely warmed up mentally and physically. Some people are like, oh, I'm a little worn down, but I think it helps. And this is a situation where, well, not saying they wouldn't win anyway, but where the Browns playing a first game, you're already completely warm and mentally there. That helps against your next opponent who's been sitting and coming in. That's always a good thing. The Browns just played really well. I know, is it Pulak? Not Pulak. No, someone else.
Waste.
He hit him twice for an ideal. I remember he threw the ball
hard.
Is that there? Marv? I think you're talking about Marv.
Had to be Harge. Or it's either Harge or Marv.
I think it was Raul.
Raul.
Yeah, he had 2 identical passes. First for the touchdown, we had like a nice highlight reel on your toes, grabbing on the defender. And then a second play, almost identical, the extra point. I was like, why does that work twice in a row? But credit to Shu for throwing it and for Raul for catching it. They made a lot of plays. James for the 220 had another touchdown and then struggled to get his medal out of his pocket and celebrate, which is kind of funny. But he made plays. They made a lot of plays, the Browns did, to win this one. I mean, I thought that 220 kind of just had like that. It seems like it's their destiny. Guys have been playing together for years. Find a way to win this one. It's like, no, there was no doubt in that one after like the first 5 minutes who was going to win the game.
Was it close to beginning? I'm trying to think back. I saw the game.
It was, yeah.
No, to begin it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It started close.
Yeah.
I think you guys drew. Rohit, you guys scored first.
Yeah.
I think that was on the second or third play. I think James got a pick.
Yes, he picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes.
And then I think that's where we started off. And then I think it was like 6-zip, and then they went up 13-6 or 14-6.
And then you guys scored again.
I don't know. I know we lost. That's what I know.
I know we lost.
But I know we took away a lot from it too. So
now,
nobody wants to hear me talk. We have the guy here. We hear me every week. Ro, I'll let you talk about the game. It's Friday night, going into the game Saturday morning. What did you feel your team had to do to beat the Browns?
I actually was not in town on Friday night. I had gone on a work trip and wasn't here, and I came back like I think somewhat late Friday. I don't even remember how late it was, but I was like, just as long as I just want my flight to take off, I just wanted to be here. And I kind of got like mentally ready on the Saturday morning of, but it was obviously on my mind for the whole week, and all the guys and everyone, we were talking the whole week. So I was trying to get into the right mentality. I knew it was going to be a really hard one. I knew it was going to be really challenging. And I also knew Shu was going to queue the whole game. I knew there was no one else coming out to queue.
Wait, how did you know that?
I think game 1 we played against them, first game of our season. I think we started in week 2, but it was the first game for us. It was against the Browns. We lost. And second game we won. And Shu came out towards the end of it. And I just heard in the second game, I think they were just talking of like, yes, Shu's going to take this over. We need to come back. And I think Kazi just wasn't, I don't know. It just was we were doing good. We were doing well at Giver when we had Dre against Kazi. It doesn't matter who you put as at Giver against Shu. He's clearly shown that as well. So just knew that that's what was coming out. And I had gone in with that mentality, but as a team, we had gone in with like, okay, this is our defense depending on who queues. So, I mean, we didn't go into it. I didn't go into it, or I don't think any of us went into it thinking it was going to be like a walk in the park. We knew this was going to be a really tough one. And it was definitely the toughest match or the toughest game, I think, throughout the season. I think we realized what we needed to change on defense. And I think I realized what we needed to change on offense. Actually, Rob, you guys know this guy. He was on the sideline on our side, and he kind of made me realize, my brother, he was there. You guys remember him. And he was just like, just go back to doing what you used to do. Like, you don't have to try to create something new. And then last drive, that's when it started like going really quickly because we were doing what we were used to doing. So noticed things, but it was a little too late for that. But again, Browns played an amazing game, and they played the better game at the end of the day.
I have a question for you, Ro. Although this team seemed familiar with each other, you did have some additions to the team, and then at times.
Don't go there, Rob. Rob, you're going there.
We have to, man.
For me looking in, because we pay attention, we see everything. It just seemed like, you know what? I'm not gonna go too crazy. It seemed like there was some, as Kevin said on the video. I just actually edited the video down today. There was too much chefs in the kitchen. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I think that statement is accurate, right? And it's accurate because everyone on the team wants to win, right? Everyone wanted to win. Everyone wanted to go out there and continue doing it. I think someone just said it was like, oh, 220, like from back in the day, many of us played together. I think all of us played together. 220 is just for some context, is a field in Queens, in like Forest Hills area. It's a concrete field. And we grew up playing there from when we were, I think it's been like 10, 12 plus years since we were playing there. So all the people that were on the team last season, a couple of the people you'll see this upcoming season, a lot of them played together. All of us played together, right? And yes, I just threw that in there. We all played together on that concrete field. That's where we saw like all the knee scrapes happen, all the elbow things happening, right? Like, so we all were like, oh, we're doing this together. So everyone wanted to win it. So everyone had their own thoughts. Everyone had their own voice, right? The two co-captains that we also came into it from just having a final, right, against each other. So I think we also had that where we were working together really well, I would say. But then we also had others that wanted to have a say. We had people, I think one of you interviewed after one of the games was like, how does it feel having so-and-so on the team? And my response was like, hey, we get that extra experience now. We get that extra intel. But that's also another thing you have to be mindful of. So I know I'm giving a very political answer, but I think at the end of the day, everyone has it in them that they want to win, and everyone just showcases that very differently. But at the end of the day, you need one person kind of calling the shots on the field of.
That's where I'm going. Let me follow up with this question. No. I'm not going to call anybody up, but we all see it. We watch. We see it. How does it feel as a quarterback when you see what's going on, but then You're in a huddle and everybody, I'm open. How did you miss me? I know you hear that all the time, constantly.
Toss the ball up to me.
Yeah.
I think that happens a fair amount. I think that was happening. I'm going to be honest. That happened last season too. In the championship game, that happened. That happened playoffs. That happened throughout, and that was coming from every single angle. And I think when you're at quarterback, even though Rob, I know what your critique was, Kenny, you just said it as well. Rob said the same thing to me the day of, as soon as the game ended. I actually shut off one whole entire side of the field, I believe. Actually, not I believe. That's what I did. And I think when you're at quarterback, except for this game, you kind of see where you're trying to target. And once you target that area, you just do the same thing and you flip it to the other side. And then once you are done with that side, you bring it back to that side. And once you see that zone or you know where you're going for, like, it's easier to do and call that. But once you're not able to call it, or once you're losing, then everyone's like, well, you're doing this incorrect, that incorrect, this incorrect, start doing this. You're messing that up. You don't know what you're doing. Like, those type of things come into play. And until and unless you can yourself be like, hey, like, cool, but this is what's happening, it's not going to matter. So you have to deal with it. I think, E, to answer your question, or Unicorn to answer your question, you have to deal with that, and you have to you have to let that be. And I think a lot of the guys I knew, and I know what you're talking about, all of you, but it's just a matter of like pushing through that and helping them understand, like, hey, I hear you, but this is why that wouldn't work. Or like, hey, I hear you, but we have 5 other receivers or 4 other receivers as well. So it's what you're comfortable with. And I think the way I play is very, I think you guys have always said that, it's very like system oriented. It's very specific way. It's very, I don't need to change it if it's not broken. And I try that, except when I let half the field go, but I generally try to stick by that of like, hey, this is what's happening. And even on the defensive side. But we'll be back.
Another question.
No, it's really good.
It's just the 5 of us here. No one is watching. Just the 5 of us talking ball, right? Because I heard it, and I just want to know, did the team bring it up to you, or was it just rumblings on the sideline while you were on the field? Was there ever any talk of you being pulled?
Me being pulled from Q?
Yes.
This is the first I'm hearing of that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But you're giving me stuff to email. No. And even if that did happen, I think I made that clear when, like, so in the beginning when Rob kind of told me about this, like, hey, we're doing this thing, come join. I was like, I don't know if I can make it, because I had a trip planned. I was going away. And then Tommy kind of called me too. He's like, hey, do you want to do this? Like, I had some guys that were down. One thing I had said in the beginning, I'm like, hey, like, if you need to take me out for any reason, and if I'm sucking, like, I'm down. Like, I'll step off. So I wasn't really ever against that. I never was like, oh no, I need to stay on.
Okay.
But news to me, we'll get it addressed.
That never happened.
Unnamed sources.
Just the rep ear hustling a little bit. That's it.
Cool.
Now,
that's why they call you the unicorn, right?
Candy corn. So Squirrel, skinny post.
Oh man.
Mr. Skinny Post. Shoe, we already know. Like, I know the O. I know what's coming.
Yeah.
You can jump in.
Because I know you watched the game back. Kenny, you watched the game back, and you always watch it from a defensive perspective. Was it Dre's fault? Let's ask the question that everybody wants to know, because Dre and Mod kind of got into it a little bit. We saw it. It happens when the same play happens and works over and over again. Who's at fault on that play?
So I gotta be honest here. I didn't rewatch their game. I was still sulking about our game. I saw everything live though. So I can't. All I would be doing is be speculating without any empirical evidence. So I can't say this. I have to keep mum. I'll answer a point that Rohit brought up, that I don't think enough people talking about. I think it's very easy as a receiver to say, "Oh, I was open here," and you may be open here, but sometimes it's harder to put yourself inside the first person perspective of the QB. Like sometimes they're seeing things you don't see, or it's like, all right, you may have been open, but I have the rusher bearing down on me, or something else is happening. So I myself am loath to like get on QBs. I might mention like, okay, I was open here eventually, but I don't like to kill them unless they're making a lot of obvious mistakes. Because a lot of times, like QB gets a lot of the praise, but QB gets a lot of blame. Sometimes not always his fault too. But I just mentioned that point, even though that's not the question you asked.
Sure.
I thought it was worth reinforcing.
All right, so I'll go the other way then. I'll ask Squirrel. You were running it. What did you
Wait,
guys?
wait. I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
Actually, E and Rob, you guys are always the ones bringing people on, asking us these questions throughout the whole season. You're not allowed to give us your opinion on who's going to win the game, what's going to happen. Season's over. Everything's done. You guys are getting ready for the next season. So now if you're looking back at that game, and you brought up a very specific moment, a very specific play that happened, why don't you start by answering the question, and then everyone else can go at it.
So
I think E should start.
Is he?
Well, see, again, with me being a unicorn, I'm one of the rare people who can probably keep up with Squirrel on that post. So I don't know who's really to blame, but all right, I have to watch back the offense. But I saw Dre was leaking back, but he wasn't fully committed to it. That's what I'm saying. So that's kind of where the argument was, the rub. The Dre saying that he can't go all the way back, but there are times where if I'm the middle linebacker, Squirrel is coming up towards me, and I know the safety's occupied, the middle linebacker has to go. You can't pass it off all the time. So it looked at times like it was Dre's responsibility, but I defer to these guys who do play safety and believe in the pass off. So
I gotta ask a question.
We're asking questions.
Were you playing cover 3? Yes.
It was a mix of 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
On that specific play, were you playing cover 3? That would tell me whose fault it is.
Well, if you're talking about between Dre and Mod was giver.
Yes, no, it's not. It's never going to be Mod's fault.
Yeah.
But if
they were arguing after the play.
Yes, but if you're playing cover 3, right, it's Dre's fault.
If you're playing 3, it's definitely Dre's fault. But the way we had it set up,
cover 3, then both of your safeties should appear there.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know the answer to that. And I'm not going to say I need to watch the tape back because I don't know.
I'll watch the tape back. I'll get that answer later. So if you're playing cover 3, right, it's the middle guy. He's dropping out to safety. If you're playing cover 2, the safety should both end up there. Now the problem is you're playing against you. He's going to spread you wide and thin. Pause. Right. So that's why it's called a skinny post, because the player never crosses over really. He barely crosses over.
First TD you had, right? This is the first skinny post.
So, well, in the game, the first skinny post I was supposed to run, I ran it more towards the safety, and that's why the pick was thrown. Now, if you're asking me if I seen cover 3, I didn't see cover 3 at all.
So then it's not Dre's fault.
I seen Dre playing middle, and if that was the case, then Dre cannot follow me back, because we had Marv coming in right into the middle if Dre followed me. And now every time Dre did follow me, he hit Harge or Marv cutting into the shallow routes. And so, yeah, the safety is going to have to try their hardest to not overcommit on the sidelines and try to get that first step towards the middle.
Yeah, but Shu had 2 people running the sidelines also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So the question, running a skinny post is just like.
So yeah. I'm gonna break it down as a defender, right? Yep. Listen, I can't cover this ground anymore, but the pass is gonna take longer for Shu to throw it to the sideline.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you're playing the sideline and Shu throws over the middle, you're going to have a harder time getting back to that middle than if you were playing more in to prevent the skinny post and running outside, because the pass is a further pass. So that's just me trying to break it down to a science. Kenny, I don't know if you agree with that. Because you the look on your face.
I just zoned out there for like 10 seconds. I wasn't
Think
even-
about his game.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's fine.
Kenny, you still thinking about that loss?
I mean, it was a painful loss.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. So what I said, Kenny, was the sideline throw is a further throw. You take your chance getting back to the sideline, then going sideline and trying to get back to that middle. He gets to throw a line drive.
Yeah, I was
compared to him trying to throw outside. Also, he kind of has to turn his body to make the outside throw. Either way, he has to open up. You know what I mean? So it's just a visual thing, just a pointer. I'd make him beat me on the sideline. Pause. You know? So shut up.
It's true.
Yeah. True. So and this game, to be honest, I just finished editing the rest of this video, so I didn't get to clip all the stuff from this game to do like we did with the other game, but this game was more out of hand by about I want to say the second half. It was kind of like and then you guys actually had a chance. Y'all got to stop, and y'all needed to score to get within a touchdown. Y'all didn't score. And then I think Squirrel scored down the other side. And if you hear the commentating, my nephew in the video, he goes, "Yeah, that's it." Yeah. Because he said it, he was like, they need this score. You guys got down to maybe the 15-10 area. He's like, they need to score here. Yeah,
that was they batted down on four. Was this you, Squirrel?
Squirrel. I think a diving bat down, maybe. Yeah. So, and that was it. Like, because if you score there, you actually got the stop you needed, scored. You probably can build a little momentum, get another stop, now make it a game. But you come away with nothing, and then they score on the other end. That was the game.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Ro, I hope you learn basically the critiques. It's not like you lose, people lose. You know what I mean? The critiques that were given to you are just things to look at. And us watching the games and seeing, I hope we see. I hope people understand that maybe we are a little knowledgeable now of what actually goes on out there from what we've been saying. Because I told Ro at the game, Kenny, what he did, and that's why I was happy you went first, because you just said the same thing I said to him on the field. So you recognize the same thing. It's just, you know. But this was a learning experience for you, and I do expect you to come back. You've been very resilient as we have known you now. So we do expect to see better things from you. I know Squirrel doesn't expect it, because Squirrel expects to come back and repeat or something to that extent. So
we'll see you in August, Squirrel.
No more D3 for me.
Oh yeah, he can't. Yeah, he's out of D3. He can't play D3. So then you don't got to see Squirrel. So unless you're moving up.
One more thing. I'm gonna tell you about that offline. But one more thing. I think Rob, we've had our conversations in the past couple of weeks about what I'm about to say. So I'm not gonna get into any specifics about anything, but I think it's important. As someone, I guess first things first, league's been amazing. It was the first season. So really appreciate you guys putting this together. Doing all the things that goes into it, this podcast, even though it's weeks later, still caring about it so deeply and getting ready for the new season. So firstly, shout out to the whole league and you admins for doing everything that you're doing. Second thing, as the captain from the team and for an upcoming team as well, just wanted to on the channel just apologize. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I think both of you know what I'm talking about. So
yeah, don't worry. You good, bro.
Yeah.
It's from our entire team.
Yeah.
We got it.
We good, bro. You know what? I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
One thing I gotta say about 220, they're full of great guys. Great guys. Man, everyone was they had no smack talking. They were all even after
you guys were doing enough of that, bro.
even after the touchdowns, they were dapping each other, dapping me up after the touchdowns. They were all amazing sports. You know, it was a fun game, and hope to see y'all again.
We'll be there. We're excited.
All right. Ro, thanks for coming on. We'll have you on again, I'm sure.
Looking forward to it.
Hopefully it's a positive reason. Well, it's positive anyway, but hopefully it's for something good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, totally. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff,
Take care, y'all. Have a good one.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you. Squirrel, you stay until the end, man, because you were the man of the playoffs, bro.
Gotcha.
Like you the man of the playoffs. Squirrel, you know we got a special me, Kenny. I don't know how long you've known Squirrel, but we've known Squirrel, Mr. Chips, as my name.
Yeah, we should have DJ on here, bro. Mr. Chips. He
As my
created that
nephew
Mr.
would call him. If you guys don't know, me, E, and my nephew we also joined the elites after a couple of years. We had a couple teams together where we went and played CFL. We played together as AFL for a while. So these are our guys. Like, you know, we've known him since he was, like I said, yay high.
No.
I think he had to have when he first came, he had to have a parental waiver sign because
they made me say on video.
Video.
Yeah.
That they are not liable for anything that happened to this little kid.
Oh man.
Yeah. So Squirrel, like I said, I'm happy for you guys. You, Anas, Saeem. I know I'm forgetting some people, but you know, you guys were on the team when we were on the team, and you know, congratulations, well deserved.
Yeah.
You a dog out there. When I get into shape, you on the list too. I'm coming to cook you up too.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
So you, Kenny, Germ, all of y'all on this list. I got something for y'all. But
yeah, bro, again, you guys doing a hell of a job with the league, man. Hell of a job. Never had as much as fun as we had with this league and any other league. Can't wait to see what the future holds for this league. It's only up from here, of course. Again, thank you for having me. Can't wait for next season, man. Can't wait for next season.
Hey, make sure you almost done with school. We'll see you a lot more after you're done with that. Congratulations. Keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Make everybody proud. Thanks for coming on, Squirrel.
Of course, man. See y'all.
Peace, brother. Yeah. Let me get us back right. Yeah, man. So working on this upcoming spring.
That's what I want you to get into. The ratings are out.
Yes. Anas, the damn ratings out. Can you please leave us alone? Leave us alone.
But in all honesty, the ratings are out. Build your teams. Send the teams directly to me. I have my way of making sure that everybody's following the proper protocol and formulas. You know, you can appeal. You can appeal. I'm not going to sit here and say you cannot appeal, but this was done through a very thorough process. And I'm not saying that things will not be changed, but you present a case, it's possible.
It is.
Not probable, but possible.
Yeah.
We're open to listen to everything. So
I'm not going to like it. It is possible.
Yeah.
So it's not. Don't think that it's a done deal. Just send. That's the reason there you can appeal a little bit. To like maybe something was overlooked in the thought, but I feel it was done the best way possible to create the competitive balance. I feel like this season showed that whatever parameters and rankings were set created competitive balance. To be honest, you would think one team would win, and that team didn't even make it to the finals, and then the team that beat the team that you thought would win goes to the finals and loses. So you have no clue.
Yeah.
Who was going to win anything? Going 220 versus Browns, I couldn't tell you who was going to win the game. You think we wouldn't call it anyway, but to be honest, we probably couldn't call it. We don't know.
Let's just real quick run through the rules real quick. Tier 1, D1, unrestricted, rank wherever you want. All right?
Go get Randy Moss.
All tiers welcome.
Doesn't matter.
That's what he's saying. Pick me up, guys. Free agent over here.
No.
Randy Moss. That's the Randy Moss he's talking about. I am Randy Moss. Tier D2, you can have either or and or. Again, You'll get what I'm saying in a second. You can have 2 tier 1 players, or 2 tier 2 players, or 1 tier 1 and 1 tier 2 player. You got that? I'll repeat it again. So you can have 2 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s, or 1 tier 1 and 1 tier 2. Any combination of that. Got it? If you only have one of those, so say you only have 1 tier 1 or 1 tier 2, then that next slot that you have can be added. Instead of having 4 tier 3 rated players, you can have a 5th one.
It'll trickle down. If you
Everything
don't have the
trickles
upper
down.
player.
Got it? 'Cause I know that question was asked
Yeah.
early in the chat. So
we'll clarify. And if you guys have, if what he's saying isn't clear to you, you guys just hit us up. We'll give answers. We're here to respond.
So again, so let me just clear it for D3. You can have 1 tier 2 rated player, but if you're not able to get one of those guys, you can have, instead of 3, you can have 4 tier 3 rated players. Got it?
Now, I'm gonna guess that tiers will expand, as in there will be more tiers added as we move on seasons, because there's just little separations that are hard to do when you don't have the room to do it. Yeah. So that's the reasoning behind that. I'm gonna see what else on here.
I'll ask a question some people might wonder. Is there any rule difference in gameplay between the divisions?
We have to consult about Division 1, and Division 2 is going to be a 4 count. Division 3 is going to be a 5 count. So now we have to determine the difference, what's going to happen in D1, but you could assume what it would be. Not a count difference, but maybe you add something to it, a blitz or something, but we'll figure that part out. I feel like and then like I said, it's a work in progress. So as we move forward, maybe things will get implemented. Maybe not this season. If it starts away, it'll end that way. But then in the following season, then we can take steps to do other things to make it a little bit more difficult or a little bit more challenging if that's what's wanted. Also, as you see at the end, league can amend parameters to support competitive balance. That's just basically, if everybody's having the same problem, then maybe we need to add another to a tier, like another extra guy. If everybody's having the similar problem, it's not, it's not going to be set in concrete where we're just, but it's in concrete until everybody's has the problem. So, you go then, huh?
You wanna? We don't want to put the cart before, but it's already been thrown out there in the chat. If you can just explain a little bit the field scenario, as much as you can, just as much as you can.
So there's multiple fields, right? By multiple, it's 2 fields. It's, in actuality, I think it's going to end up 3 fields, but one of the fields is not probably going to be used like that. But there's 2 fields, one in Queens, one in Long Island. If you have multiple teams, you'll probably be one place. You will be one place for the day, and you'll play all your games in the same field. The schedule is going to be a little difficult because of the place, but we do want to try to make it convenient for everybody, because some guys come from further out, some guys come from far east, some guys come from west. So
don't think. What I don't, because you hear Long Island, you hear Queen. We're talking about, I think Sowell did it the other day. I think we're talking about like a 16-minute drive between fields.
It's not
drive between fields. So I know people think Long Island to Queens. Oh my God, it's not that. I think he told me the other day. I think he said it was like 16 minutes. Something.
Everything is doable.
Crazy. Yeah,
like I said, if you're gonna go to that field and you're gonna own multiple teams, or you'll probably play there. I'm sure there's gonna be little gaps where people are on a team that doesn't match up with this other team, and you one guy or a couple guys may have to move, but we'll do our best. You know what I mean? That's all we can promise. All that specific information will be out hopefully later this week or early next week. But start building your rosters, and that's about it. E, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want to know.
I got some things to say.
Are you a full-time gladiator this year? That's the thing I want to know.
Got some ask. Maybe. I guess we'll have to see. I didn't show up for 90% of this season. I'll probably show up for in some capacity, some way. I'll be on some team.
Kenny on 15 teams this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing 8 games Sunday.
Yeah.
6 games Saturday. Then he probably in the night league during the week. Kenny playing a lot of football.
Yeah.
There's definitely gonna be some volleyball I'll be playing once the
once it gets warm. Right?
Yeah.
So
I'll be there in some capacity for some squad. Yeah.
For some squad.
Some squad, yeah.
Wow. Huh? Well, we'll see where you are.
You see, click on that thing at that comment at 918. Lose mine if you can.
Gladiators now.
Right it down. There's definitely some unfinished business with the Gladiators. So I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Run through the comments real quick.
No doubt.
Ash gonna be bouncing around from team to team. Might pull up with a Gladiator shirt. Hey, I'll take him. Arnold, we appreciate it. Good luck with school and stuff like that. Hash out here just hating on me for no reason. Hash, you on the list too. You on the list too, Hash.
You made the list?
He's on the list. Hash is on the list. I'll be out there. Oh, you lucky you're not playing this Saturday. And he said he's more knowledgeable. He gonna talk about this all week. And I ever see this comment all week.
But speaking of that, we do have the field at Roy Wilkins, guys. Come out, free play. Just come. We had a good, I'd say a good turn. What do we have? About 20, 22 guys?
You can check the comment. Shane.
Revenge
store coming.
We did have a good turnout again last Saturday. What was it, about 22 guys? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Good turnout.
No.
We had a good time, guys.
If we have more than the amount, we'll split the field into 2 and we'll play 2 games and swap. So it just depends on how much coming out.
And the important thing, and we put it in the chat, but I don't know everyone to know who's new, but new guys
come out and play, guys.
Come out and play. This is how you get picked up.
You get picked up. We get to rank you accordingly. It helps us out. So, this is what I was gonna say. This is officially the end of our winter season. I know the show is about a week late, but life happens, and I kind of wanted all the information to come out at one time. So it was like do a show, then to just do a show to come on and give information. It's kind of like, let's just get it all together. One, also to compile some of the stuff together. What I mean, gotta get back to you in a second, Hash. So I just want to thank some people. I'm gonna start with you here, Kenny. Kenny, we appreciate you joining us here, and we really do. It was needed, and some of you guys do some things, and y'all don't have to. And it just shows, that you guys look out for us, and I just want to thank you. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me. Try.
Of course.
Yeah. Support you guys. You guys do an excellent job.
Thank you, Kenny. Some other guys, Mike, we appreciate you, Mike Labate.
Yeah.
Early in the workings of this thing, Merce and Mike, even Uzman. A lot of guys I talk to and stuff are because sometimes you need to ask some questions and things like that you don't have the answers to, and guys provide things or just they know what I'm talking about, man. I just want to thank all you guys. This season was amazing. It's not just us putting it together. There was a lot of guys that pitched in with some stuff that really helped. I want to thank my nephew. Game out here, recording. He ain't even playing. Some of them days were cold.
Yeah.
He's out there just, but he's my nephew, but still, you don't got to be out there. You know what I mean?
Even some of the players that stayed by. I know we had a week where Lil Pup recorded the game, Big G recorded the game,
Big G,
you had Elijah recorded the game, AZ
Elijah
recorded the game.
I don't want to forget anybody, man.
Soul, you mentioned Soul.
Sohail. Well, I'm gonna get to Sohail last.
Yeah,
he's in the mix. If I'm forgetting anybody, hopefully it comes to me before we get off here.
No, you got I got you.
Oh, Dre
and
Terrell,
yeah.
Terrell.
Yeah.
Yo, you don't like I actually got to call him back. I got to call him back as soon as I get off here. But Dre and Terrell,
shout out to and we'll shout out Blitz.
Shout out to Blitz League.
Blitz
yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Broncos country. Let's ride.
For those that don't know, Rob was on a team that won the championship.
Don't do that. Don't do
Rob
that.
was on the
team that won the championship.
See how he tried to play me?
I'm saying what it was.
Let me ask you a question.
I know there was a championship game on Sunday. One of us was on a team but only one of us was at the field.
I had to work. Let me ask you a question. The week before, right? When you watched the game, what happened? In the playoffs? Don't make it seem like I didn't play in the playoffs. I was hurt a lot of the season. I came back. I played in the playoffs, and I scored a touchdown and the extra. I did get head top, but that happens. But it's all right. Terrell, you got to delete that video. I don't want to see that video. I don't want to see that video. But we won and made it to the finals, and we won decisively in the finals. So shout out to Dre putting that team together. And that's it, man. But yeah, Terrell, Dre, Sohail. Shout out to Sohail, man. That's our partner in crime. But I know you don't see him on the show, but he behind the scenes working hard with everything, just like and we get it done. And that's about it, man. If I forgot anybody, I'll think of it by the next time we get on here live, and you will get that. Thank you.
Say anything about the unicorn?
Huh? Well, you on the show.
No.
Y'all listen, if y'all don't know, he is the godfather to my kids. He don't need no thank you from me.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? So he doesn't need a thank you from me. He knows what it is, man. That's it's what's not said is understood with me. So
this is going back since 2000. Those that don't know.
Yeah, we've known each other very, very long time. Yeah.
Since 2000.
So we're
how did you two meet each other?
High school, Van Buren.
Van Buren High School.
Oh wow. Okay.
I used to cook him.
You'll know him. He's on the Ravens. Jobert
from the Ravens.
Jobert from the Ravens. We all went to.
I've known Jobert from the Ravens since 2nd grade.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're like, that's our people. Like our people.
Yeah.
Yes. Not saying that y'all ain't our people now, but you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you. I'm looking forward to what's to come. Pause. Oh boy, I just couldn't get off air without one, right? Yeah. So shout out everybody. Come back. You lost. Come back. Play hard. Maybe you get it done this season. And let me bring us out of here. E's favorite way. He's already Kenny. You see him already ready to do it.
Give me that. Right? Left hand up. Make that muscle. Yeah. Press that button, Rob. Press that button.
Hold on. I got you.
Press that button.
I got you right now.
Left hand up. Up.
Right hand up in the field.
You can feel it. That's it.
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong.
What's this?
Kenny, I can't believe he got us doing this. But okay. Listen, we've been on here for exactly 2 hours. Shout out to the 11 viewers that are still watching. Come out on Saturday. Let's have some fun playing some football. Hopefully we get some good weather. Peace out, guys. Kenny, peace. I'ma leave.
And I'ma do it again. Watch me win. Then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. They already know that we the coldest. Watch me hit it down, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for close.